So let's get started. Okay, so you're going to want to go into all three of your splits. You're going to want to go in your right and left splits, lean forward and lean backward for 30 seconds each. Then you're going to want to roll the ball to roll out your back. Then hold your middle splits for a minute. And then you're going to want to go into excuse me. Then you're going to want to go into a bridge. And you want to hold your bridge for 30 seconds to a minute also. And then make sure to go on your elbows as you're in the bridge and try to walk your feet to your hands as close as possible. And then, now that we're on splits, you back to your middle splits, you're going to want to take your middle splits and put it up against the wall and have someone push your legs down all the way to the white part, as you can see, or even farther down. And you want to hold that for a whole minute. Then after that, you're going to want to do, so during this, you want to make sure that your hips are completely against the wall. And clearly, if you're not as flexible, they're not going to. So try to have someone push you, or you try to push yourself towards the wall as you hold this position for a minute, because this is a really flexible tip to open up your hips to help you in like jumps and your middle splits also. And then you would also continue to, instead of laying down, but then sit up and push your hips all the way to the wall like that. And once your middle splits is like this to the wall completely, where you can touch the wall and your face is against the wall, then that's when you can standing up against the wall, or either doing hyperextended splits like doing your splits off books or sofas and stuff like that. Okay, so right here, when you're against, you find a wall, or you can use a door. Well, the door I'm too big for, so the wall is my second choice. So what you want to do is you want to take your right and your left splits. You want to put your right or left leg completely against the wall. It needs to be touching the wall. You want to slide your leg all the way up. Once you slide your leg up, then you're going to want to hold that for 30 seconds. Well, if your leg is completely touching the wall when you are in the split, then you want to go ahead and proceed to, what you're going to do is you're going to walk your leg. This is what I'm explaining in the video right now, but you can't hear me. You're going to want to walk your leg away from the wall, and then you're going to want to then push your leg up against the wall, because then you're going to do hyperextending because your leg is away from the wall, because you're pushing down to make your splits more hyperextended. But that's what you're going to want to do. And you're going to want to do that for both legs for 30 seconds to a minute. A minute is if you want to really hold it. But yeah, as I'm about to show right here, you're about to walk your leg against the wall and then walk it away and then slide into your split, and then it pushes down and goes into more of a hyperextension in that thing. And make sure to really pull down towards your leg when you're in this stretch, so you can really get the stretch. So yeah. Okay, so right here, as you can see, I'm doing splits off a higher surface, as I said, like my sofa. You want to lean forward and lean backwards, and this splits on top of your sofa, books, pillows, whatever the case is, for 30 seconds also. And you're going to want to do that to all your splits, left, right, middle, so that way you can keep everything evened out. And you want to switch from like leaning away from the sofa, then leaning towards the sofa, because it's going to give you different types of feels in the stretch. So make sure, like I said, do that your right, left. You can also do it in your middle. And yeah, so make sure just to do this. And if this is not good enough, then use something higher. Use a chair, or put books on top of the surface, and then put your foot or leg or whatever up there and lean down. And then after you're doing this, make sure to wiggle out your legs, because your legs are going to be stretched out. Okay, so this is next, where you want to get a scarf, a stretching strap, the stunt stand strap, or like I am using my varsity towel. So you're going to want to tie it around your ankle or your wrist, your ankle or your foot, like the center of your foot or your ankle. So you're gonna want to use it for pulling your body positions to go and start getting your body positions warmed up. So yeah, like you can see, I'm bringing pulling it by the strap or by whatever you have, and just straightening my leg or whatever the position is, and just pulling towards whatever I need to pull towards. And you're going to want to hold those for about 15 seconds each, just because you're getting your body positions warmed up. So yeah, just stretch both sides like you're supposed to. You know, what you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So stretch it, and see, it just makes it so more convenient of like pulling the body position and getting your body position in that position that you're not used to yet. So like using a strap or something that's farther away from your body is easy. Okay, so as I recommend, yes, stretching, it's good and everything, and it's gonna help your body get more flexible. But you're not gonna get flexible. You're not gonna get flexible like improvement if you don't show like and use the work. So like after you're done stretching, you have to go like pull your body positions and stuff, so that way your muscles get used to those positions, so that way you start tearing new muscles for that flexibility. Because after you do that, then what you want to go do is pull all your body positions. I recommend from 10 to 15 times, so you can get that repetition and get that feeling into your body. Because if your body doesn't know what that feels like, then how are you supposed to keep that stretch and improve that flexibility in that position? So go pull your body positions 10 to 15 times, put some music on in the background so it's a little bit more motivating, and stretch those body positions really good and pull them. And so now right here, as you can see, I'm moving into how to pull your needle. So there's different types of ways everybody pulls their needle. They either pull it with their hand connected to the foot, or they make the L shape with their hand and pull from their foot up. There's just all types of different ways you can pull it. Or you can kick your scorpion up, it doesn't matter. Okay, so as we're continuing, so right here I'm moving into when you're pulling your needle, how to get a spike. So what you want to do is get your scale, as you saw me pulling it, but then pull your needle and pull it towards something. So like I'm pulling it towards my counter, just like that. Boom. And that's going to help you really get a spike instead of like a straight leg needle. If you want to improve like the hyperextension, that's what's going to also help in your splits, by over pulling in your needle to get a spike. So okay, so right here, so for everything in stretching, you also have to do arm stretches, because your arm stretches helps you how to get your arm back there to pull your leg up for needles, bow and arrows, or whatever the case is, especially when you're trying to do needles and scorpions. If you don't have your arm flexibility with your back flexibility, it's going to be hard for you to pull your arms up there with your needle. So make sure you take your arm, put it against the wall like this, make sure your shoulder is touching the wall, and hold that arm position, that arm stretch, for about 30 seconds each. And then you want to take your arms and put them behind you like that, and it really stretches out your arms and your back at the same time for 30 seconds also. So that's really going to help you with your needles and stuff. So then next you want to go into taking your arms and you want to slide them behind you on a flat surface. And you want to, the objective is to have your arms sort of as close as possible, not too wide out, or you're going to be able to fall all the way down and not feel a stretch. But you want to be as close as possible and slide your arms down as far as possible, eventually to like when your shoulders are able to touch the ground. But I never got that flexible enough, but I was flexible enough to pull needles, so that's all that matters. But yeah, so that's the next stretch you want to do with your arms, is slide them down a floor, a wall, or have someone even help you pull them down to get your arm flexibility and shoulder flexibility. Okay, so in this part of the last video, I'm going to just show you my body positions overall. I'm going to show you a couple of body positions to try, but also for bow and arrows. When you are doing your bow and arrows, if you want to get more of a hyperextension stretch on them when you're pulling them, instead of pulling from the sole, like the middle of your foot, you're going to want to pull your heel. So grab the heel and pull it towards the other side as hard as you can. It's going to give your bone arrows a more harder of a stretch when you're pulling them, and it will improve the flexibility. And for scales, when you are pulling your scales, do not pull so low down. Pull to where your ankle is so your body gets used to that, because it's going to give you more. That is going to give you more of a hyperextension look, because that's where the flexibility is. Like, see where I'm grabbing my ankle? That's where you want to grab your scales. You don't want to grab lower down, because then it just looks weird. Like, it doesn't show the flexibility. See, look. Like, if you're flexible, yeah, but grab lower and pull up more to your back, because that's going to also help you with like pulling your body positions for your knee.